Hello and welcome to Warriors Ignite livecast. This was supposed to happen about 30 minutes ago, and my mic all of a sudden decided that it did no longer exist. So obviously the enemy did not want me to go live this morning. So I know my topic is right on the nose. And what is my topic for today? It is 2024. Will this be a year of shaking? Well, my guess is that it will definitely be a year of shaking. But what we'll discover is that when we're on solid foundation, we have nothing to fear. So let's jump right into this topic. And I was debating on this topic. Obviously, it's the right one, trying to decide which way I was going to go. And I had a dream on Monday night. It was a small one, but it kept looping and it was obviously important. And I was dreaming in my dream, and the Lord was telling me that be still and know. He was combining two different chapters. Be still and know that I am God. Fear not and be not dismayed. And we're going to come back to that. But I woke up and I was like, oh no, that's not good. And then I went back to sleep, and then it kept looping because in my dream, it was very important that I tell everybody to be still, be silent, know that I'm God, do not fear, be not dismayed. I got you. So this is what I'm here to tell everybody and talk about why 2024 will probably be a year of shaking. There is a couple reasons for that. One is this is an election year. So it is, the current administration is frantic to have another 4 years. They're frantic to keep Donald Trump out. And they have a plan. Donald Trump was not in the plan. He was a miscue that they did not see coming. And so they want to keep him out. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to do if you can say anything good about the evil cabal, it's this one thing. They unite when they have an agenda. And so everything that we've been seeing these last few years is something that they've been planning for years and years and years. And we're seeing a lot of it come to light now. And you guys know what those things, because they're trying to keep control. So what are some of those things? Climate change, the LGBTQ transgender agenda, depopulation agenda, believe it or not, which includes a lot of things to get that job done. War, causing disruptions to our power, communications, utilities, resources, all to control us. UFOs, we'll probably start seeing some of that, which is a demonic one. And also they have tech that they've been hiding from us for years and years and years to help make you think what you're saying when you're not actually saying it. Just FYI. False flag events, so that they can put policies into place for more ways to control us. So some of the things that they've been rolling out, things that they have yet to roll out, some of the things that have worked, some of the things that didn't work, some of the things we're yet to see. But that's what they're up to. Everything, again, has always been planned. And we're starting to see it. So what is another thing that could cause shaking in this coming 2024? And we're starting to see this as well. Darkness eventually gets exposed. And this is what we're seeing. The cabal, their evil plans, their evil agenda, the evil people. Light is being exposed on their plan. They can't hide what they're doing anymore. In fact, I don't even know if they're trying to hide it anymore. The people themselves who are involved in these evil plans, they're being exposed. Their activities are being exposed. And so there's going to be damage control, all kinds of things to look here instead of there, to keep your eyes off of what's really going on. All of these, it's theater. And we are pawns on their chessboard, which is something that we can avoid if we keep our eyes on God and ask him what his plan is. So that's the cabal's plan. But what is God saying? So let me jump into these verses, and then we're going to talk about the next thing about what we should be doing and what we can be doing as warriors, because we have a say in what's going on. So let me jump into some of these verses that he was talking to me about. This Psalms 46. The main thing that he was talking to me, it's interesting because the two verses he was talking to me about, they're both verse 10, but in two different chapters. But in Psalms 46, 10, it says, "Be still and know." When that is translated, it says, "Let go and know that I am God, and I will be exalted." This is also key, "among the nations. I will be exalted on the earth." Now, this verse says a lot of things, and this chapter says a lot of things. Let's cover some of this. It says, God is our refuge and our strength, a very present and well-proved help in trouble. And I'm reading from the whole chapter here of 46. Therefore, we don't have anything to fear, though the earth should change around us, and though there should be shaking, we don't have anything to fear, because here's what this verse is saying. For God's people, God is in the midst of her, his city, and she will not be moved. His people will not be moved. God will help her when the morning dawns. The nations will make an uproar. The kingdoms will totter and be moved. But the Lord of hosts is with us. God of Jacob is our stronghold. So, and then the end of it is, again, Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our stronghold. So we know that as his people, we are safe in him. Isaiah 41:10 was the other verse he was talking to me about. "Do not fear anything, for I'm with you. Do not be afraid, for I'm your God. I will strengthen you. Be assured I will help you. I certainly have a hold of you with my righteousness in my right hand." So we have nothing to fear. He's telling us there'll be shaking around us. We'll be seeing all kinds of things going on. But as his people, we are on solid ground. Also, this other one that I just wanted to add in here too, Psalms 91 is always a great chapter to find comfort in, and where you're going to find truth in. And it says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will remain secure and rest in the shadow of the Almighty." We know that we have shelter in him. He is our strong tower. We'll say of the Lord, "He is my refuge and my fortress. In him I trust." He will save us from the trap of the fowler. He will cover us and completely protect us. Under his wings will we find refuge. We do not have to be afraid of the terror of night, nor of the arrow that flies by day. So any war that's going on around us, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, any pandemics that might be thrown at us. We don't have to fear those things. 1,000 might fall at our right side, and 10,000 fall at our side, and 10,000 at our right hand, but danger will not come near us. We will only be a spectator of it. And we're going to witness the stuff that goes on around us, but we will not be touched by it, because we are safe in his arms. So that's what we have to know. It serves as a warning of what's going to be going on, but as his people, and the firm foundation that we have with him being our strong tower, we are going to be safe from it. One of the reasons is because of our relationship with him and because of the faith that we have in him. So we know what the cabal's plan is, but what is our plan? What should we be doing as warriors? We do have a say in all of this. And are we willing to do something about it? Or are we hiding in our basements, watching Daystar reruns or TBN? Hopefully that's not what we're doing. God has commissioned us. The cabal, they band together. We should be doing that same thing. And we do have a say about how bad all of this gets. They band together and they're in, they've taken over education. They've taken over media. They've taken over banking. They've taken over our entertainment. Well, we as warriors should be coming together. Where two or three of us are gathered together, there he is in the midst of us. So he is helping us. We're not doing this on our own, but we should be making, these warrior hubs of our own in our local communities, going out into the nations, serving in these areas, being solutions in these areas. Just like the cabal has taken over, we can also be beacons of truth, creating our own hubs in small business, in finance, in education, where we are a light on the hill that cannot be hid, and the people are drawn to us. Arise and shine, it says in Isaiah 60, verse 1, for your light has come and my glory has risen upon you. That time is now. It means we need to be out. We need to be doing. We need to be doing God's work. And what has he commissioned us to do? Not to be hiding in our basements, not to be hiding in the church, to be going out. Jesus came up and said to them, this is Matthew 28, 18 through 20. Jesus came up and said to them, all authority, all power and absolute rule in heaven and earth has been given to me. And this is after he rose again from his death on the cross. Go therefore and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. He actually gives you the ability to do that. He gave you the authority to do that, to baptize, to teach, to go out into all of the nations, to go out into your local community. This is what he's telling us to do, to be that shining light, to be the solution, to be those hubs of commerce, of truth, teaching them to observe everything that I've commanded you. And lo, I will be with you always, even to the end of the age. John 15, 16 says, you have not chosen me, I've chosen you, and I've ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that fruit should remain. And whatever you ask of the Father in my name, he'll give it to you. We have a say, and that Satan does not want us to know that. That's why we fight each one of us fight our own battles, because Satan is lobbing every obstacle in our path, lying to us, telling us that, just stop, don't even bother, keep your mouth shut, don't try, because he knows that if we figure out what it is that we're supposed to do, we go out there, do it, and we fear God and not man, that he cannot stop us, and that we can destroy his plans. We have a say. We can make a difference. We can make a change. Our prayers, and we shouldn't be just praying these little nothing prayers that do nothing. How did David pray to the Lord? Lord, destroy my enemies. Destroy your enemies. Bring destruction to their evil plans. That's how we should be praying. We can bind the destruction and we can loose Jesus on them. That is what we're supposed to do. We give God, he uses us to loose his angels. So we have to do that, to set up his plan and to destroy their plans. We have that authority. Satan doesn't want us to know that. Satan doesn't want us to use it. Satan wants to keep us afraid. As warriors, that's the last thing we should be, is afraid. So like I said, we should be the one creating the solutions. We should be the one shining our lights. And we should be the one, that city set on a hill. And we can do that when we come together in his name, together, working together, not out here separately on our own, coming together, asking God for those alignments. He did tell me that this is going to be a year of alignment. So we should be seeking those God's supernatural alignments that we can work together to bring about his plans, always keeping our eyes on him, saying, God, what is your plan? What is your heart? What do you want me to do? and do his will, because he has a purpose and a plan, and we should be out there completing it. And he tells us, right, what it is. We want to know what our purpose is. We want to know what our plan is. It's to go. It's to create disciples in all of the nations. It's to get out there and to build for Christ, just like the cabal is doing. They're building, they're for self. Well, we're for God. And he's for the people. So we're out there to help the people and to be that shining light. So one final thing is, well, there's also this too. So what is our firm foundation? Our firm foundation, of course, is being in the Word. We're not going to know what his will is if we're not in the Word, not building relationship with him. Our faith is our shield. The more faith we have, if we're in fear, that is a bad thing, because then we don't have that shield. And the more faith we have, the stronger our shield becomes. And when we're working not alone, we're working together. We start interlocking and connecting those shields. We become stronger together. We should unite. When this requires relationship with him, this builds our faith. The more we get to know him, the more we trust him, and the more faith we have in him. We should be praying. I've already spoken about this, because our prayers stop their agenda. And that's exactly how we should be praying, to crush their agenda. And always seeking his face, always what is on his heart, as I already talked about. So one last thing before I wrap this up. Starting January 1st, I do have a masterclass. It's for free. It's called A Firm Foundation. It will be based out of the book of 1 Corinthians. It'll be Monday evenings from 6:30 to 8:30 approximately, and that'll run for somewhere between 16 and 18 weeks. So I am looking forward to seeing you all there. If you go to... Let me show this. You can sign up for that. You can go to my website, warriorwomenleaders.com, but also you can sign up for that at Facebook, my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/warrior women leaders. This is a masterclass for women. So if you want to be part of this community, to start your year strong with a firm foundation, you can sign up for that there. It'll show you the link. It'll send you automated reminders. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing you there, and I will see you again next week.